What's up, Fusionites? This is Brock here. I wanted to talk to you real quick about some of these science experiments that I've been doing over here in the garden and in the house. I was thinking a lot about all this antibacterial soap that we've been using to um, kill off all the germs and the COVID off of our hands. But I was also thinking about the probiotics, all those good bacteria that we're also getting rid of. And I've been researching recently something connected to that called Korean natural farming that uses a lot of probiotic plant food, and it's all stuff that you can make at home. And I just wanted to go through some of the things that I've been researching and playing around with over here. So some of the major ones include this one right here. This is called lactobacillus, and I made this with rice water and milk and set it aside for about a week total. And what I did was collect this bacteria just from around the kitchen, the good guys, and let it ferment in the milk and created this whey, and actually made a cheese. I didn't eat the cheese, don't worry. But I collected this and put it in the fridge, and now I use this in a spray to break down any kind of organic material and kind of regulate the microbes of the plant. So what you could use it for is spraying your compost, and it helps break down all that material a lot faster. You could use it in your drain. If you have stuff clogged in your drain, you could use it in any kind of soil. It helps break down some of that organic material that you might put in your soil for your plants to be able to use. It's all around just a good bacteria that you can use in your garden. Some of the other more interesting ones include, this is fermented fruit juice. What I did was take a bunch of bananas, I cut them up, I mixed it with brown sugar. The brown sugar helped to make a ferment out of these bananas, and what that did was kind of give it a lot of sugar to feed, and it separated the banana from a lot of this brown liquid in here, and a lot of the stuff that's in there is a lot of enzymes and hormones and whatnot that help the plant be able to, if you apply it to your water, when you water your plants, it's going to give a lot of this beneficial stuff to your plants that are flowering. So tomatoes, when they've already started to produce tomatoes, when they're in the flowering stages of the plant, they're going to really benefit a lot from this stuff. For younger plants, in the vegetative side of things, like when they're first starting out, I made this stuff called fermented plant juice, and I used a lot of weeds from a lot from across the way, and just took all these weeds, same idea, combined them with a bunch of brown sugar. The brown sugar broke down the weeds into this liquid, and I let it ferment for about a week. And now I add a little bit of this, maybe 5 milliliters per gallon to this, to the water, to be able to water. And it has a lot of the same kind of things, but the idea is that it's taking things from weeds, things that grow really quickly, and you can use that for the vegetative growth of your plant, just like you would when you're adding like nitrogen. Like if you're used to using plant food, it's heavy in nitrogen, that kind of thing. I've also got this really funky fermented fruit vinegar that I made with the banana ferment, and as you can see, I put some active vinegar in here from some apple cider that was raw, and it's actually got a couple of scobies in there, which are these like really weird fungus. I guess it's a fungus, maybe. I'm not sure, but it's also the type of thing that is growing in kombucha. If you're ever making your own kombucha, it has a SCOBY. It has this living fungus inside of it that produces the ferment. And at any rate, this is really good stuff for spraying on the leaves. It makes this waxy layer on the leaves that protects it from insects and that kind of thing. I've got some water-soluble calcium here, and I made that with a bunch of eggshells. I put them all in the toaster oven, kind of crisped them, and made them really hard, and took all the organic matter out of it, and then put it in vinegar for a week, and strained it away so that I now have this water-soluble calcium that I'll add to water and add to the plants. It's really good for structure and that kind of thing. Last thing that's still going, I have my water-soluble calcium phosphate, and that's made with beef bones. You can kind of see them down in the bottom here. I took them and charred them in the grill and combined them with a lot of vinegar, and they're breaking down those beef bones into calcium phosphate that I can add to the water to give to the plant. I hope everybody's garden is doing well, and I will see you next time.